guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Janai and I'm back again with another video. So today I'm working with acrylic, but this time I left my monomer out and it was extremely cold in my nail room, so now my acrylic is extremely runny. So as you can see, my client's hand was leaning to the right, so the acrylic ran to the right, so I had to pretty much scoop that acrylic up and push it back up into the center of the nail. Anytime the acrylic runs to the side or runs to any areas that you don't want it to go, you just want to take the acrylic and scoop it back up into the center of the nail. But you do want to be mindful not to get acrylic underneath the nail, because that's going to dry up and you're going to have to go in and drill that out at the end. So you just want to be mindful and just remove that now as it's wet to save you all that time in the end. Then I'm going in with my next bead. Because this is runny, we want to build support, so I'm applying a lot more beads than I usually do to build that thickness. I'm also not manipulating it as much. I'm waiting before I swipe and play around with it because it's not set. It's taking longer to set. As you can see, it's shiny. When it starts to set, the acrylic will start to matten and the surface will not be as shiny, so that's how you know. So as you can see, I'm just kind of like playing around with it. I'm going in with my cuticle bead. I'm placing it far away from the cuticle. I'm pushing up into the cuticle lightly. I'm holding my brush parallel so you can see there's no dips or anything. Then I'm swiping the acrylic around the shape of the cuticle. I'm going with another bead to build my apex. I'm pushing that back up into the cuticle. I'm patting around to the shape of the cuticle, going making sure it's on the side walls, and then I'm going to swipe that bead down. I'm only swiping that lower half. I don't want to swipe the entirety of the bead because it's going to flatten what I just did. Then I'm just going to go in and repeat that process to the remainder of the nails. Before I leave y'all alone, I want to let y'all know that you have to keep applying beads until you get the thickness that you want. With longer nails, you want to have thicker nails because if you were to hit it, you don't want it to break easily or crack. And with shorter nails, you want to have thinner apexes or smaller apexes because you don't want the nails to be too thick or too bulky or too wide. So again, longer nails have thicker apexes, shorter nails have shorter or smaller apexes. So I'm just applying and applying until I have that thickness that I like. A lot of times we have thick nails and everything's good, but the tip is very thin. As you can see, I'm just applying a little bit of acrylic towards the tip and I'm swiping back towards the client, just making sure I have enough thickness. If you were to flip the nail and have like the free edge facing you, you should be able to see enough thickness on the free edge. It should look like there's acrylic applied. A lot of times it just looks like the nail tip is just still there and there's no acrylic on the free edge. So you just want to make sure that there's enough acrylic there so if they were to hit the top of their nail, the tip of the nail doesn't crack.